What's going on, everyone? It's Just B here, and the news is official that we are officially confirmed for the Tariq and Tommy spinoff, as most of you probably have seen yesterday in the Deadline article, which we'll go over real quickly right now. And there's a couple things I want to pull out of here that I find quite interesting, so let's dive right into it. So of course, the article starts off that Power stars opening writer's room on new spinoff as Origins development progresses. So what this tells us, and I've already read through the article, but we'll go through a little bit more, is the fact that Origins is probably not going to make 2026 if they're still in development of it. Amid Stars' push to build original IP with a raft of fully owned series in development, and keep in mind that part of it, following the split from Lionsgate, the network is also staying in business with its former sister studio on the flagship Power franchise and its continued expansion. There's not one but two Power offshoots in the works Deadline can reveal exclusively. The latest, which is currently untitled, comes from Gary Lennon, who also produces Power Book 4 Force, with Lennon now serving as showrunner. The writer's room for the project is also entitled Power Legacy, expected to open soon. So they probably have the bones of what they probably want to do, but they haven't started putting together any scripts. No other details are available. However, Joseph Sikora and Michael Rainey are expected to lead the new series in the present timeline, reprising their Power franchise role to Tommy Egan and Tariq St. Patrick, respectively, we hear. The new offshoot is joining the prequel series Power Origins, set after the events of Power Book 3 Raising Kanan. In development since last year, Origins follows the early years of beloved duo Ghost and Tommy, who were played by Omari Hardwick and Joseph Sikora in the Mothership series. Sasha Penn from Raising Kanan, who has been attached from the get-go as executive producer, will serve as showrunner on the prequel spinoff. And the fact that Sasha Penn is going to be the showrunner for Origins makes my heart smile, because he is the most talented of all the showrunners in the Power franchise, in my opinion. He knows how to tell stories within that particular era and make it run good. Now, here's the thing to keep in mind now. Even though he's going to be serving as showrunner for Origins, even though the development of the show has progressed, their writer's room is still ongoing, putting together story ideas and all that kind of stuff, and its pickup chances are looking good, they heard. Meaning, Starz has not actually greenlit a pilot or confirmed that they are actually going to move into full production. They have only just started writing the script. You still have to pitch it to the network, and it still has to be greenlit for a pilot. So there's still a huge chance we don't see Origins or the proposed show called Legacy. So they're saying that Legacy, of course, is going to follow up after Force and Ghost, and could either open up a crossover between Tariq and Tommy or be somewhere entirely new. So guys, while this is all great news, I have a bone to pick with Starz for something. And I'll tell you where this all started. A year ago, I posted something on my YouTube channel, as you guys can see right here. And I only asked the question, if you were in charge of making the next Power spinoff, what would it be about? I'll go first. A spinoff focusing on Tariq called Power Legacy, that takes place about 10 to 15 years from now and shows him fresh out of prison and trying to figure out what he does next. Should he go back to the thing that got him locked up because that's all he knows, or try to balance a normal civilian life while being an ex-con? And then a bunch of people started to give and weigh in on their comments on it as well. The problem I have is that that's literally a few hours later, there's this artist known as John Curtin. He does a bunch of Power artwork as a fan. He took that and then he posted it on his Instagram, and he made something out of it called Power Book 5 Legacy. And I responded to him about it and said, hey, it sounds quite familiar, meaning I just posted this a few hours ago. I can get quite petty when I want, but I want it to be known that since then he's made a couple of these different ones. People like Joseph Sikora has seen it and commented on it and stuff like that. And so, guys, so you know, the name Power Legacy started right here on this YouTube channel by yours truly. And so that's what happens when people don't necessarily give you credit for those things. If he had simply just said, hey, you know, saw this on It's Just B's channel, I thought I wanted to create something, I'd had no issue, you know, but it's now a whole show. And it literally started with something that I was literally writing in my own personal time and just sharing on my YouTube channel as well. So, that's a little funny feeling to have there. But I guess it's good to see that we're moving forward in the Power universe nonetheless. One of the things I said a couple weeks ago as well to you guys was that I think we need to give a little break to all the shows. It actually got a lot of traction, even on Reddit. And I just said that I think that the Power universe needs to cool off for a bit. No more spin-offs or prequels, just a good 5 to 10 year break. I feel like the IP is getting watered down. How do you guys feel about it? Now, this apparently rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. And maybe I'll say here, 10 years is too long. Maybe I would say 4 to 5 years would be a good, hey, pause after Raising Kanan, come back, 4 to 5 years, and then hit it all again. That way we have some time in between things. Some of the actors a little bit more grown up, more mature. Maybe we can get a recasted version of Tariq and, just kind of go from there. But that's all I was saying, because now once we come into this new show, what are we really going to do next? Like, it hasn't been for us to even have a show called Power Legacy. Think about this for a second. The legacy of what and who? Ghost, who's only been technically gone for about maybe 5 years in this timeline, and Tariq, his son, was the one who took him out. I mean, the finale of the original Power was only 5 years ago, and then Ghost followed up right after it, and then Force. So like, there isn't enough emotional ties. And then I also got to ask the question to you guys, what else is there left to do in this current timeline with these two particular characters? Like, my expectation, if I was writing the final season of Force, I was going to kill off Tommy, because he seems to be this guy that's just sticking around. And as we know, that Ghost said was that he doesn't know any old drug dealers, because most of them they're gone, right? Tommy, and we love Tommy. I don't have any problem with Uncle Tommy. All I'm saying is, for the story to continue and for us to have that emotional weight, we got to sometimes be able to transition these characters. And then Tariq now in New York with Chinedu as his, connect and whatnot. He's at the top of the game. He's the ghost in the machine in that city. What else is there left to do? Some new opponent comes in, wants to do this. And are they going to Chicago? What's for them to do in Chicago? Are they going somewhere else? Are they trying to expand nationwide like BMF and stuff? Like, what's there left to do is my thing. And so I don't know, man. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's expansion. Maybe they say, look, we can make this work in, Atlanta and LA and Miami and all the major cities. And maybe that's the direction they'll try to take. Maybe that's how the legacy that they'll try to build. Set up shops in all those other places. Who knows? That might not be a bad story. But I'm just concerned, about where we're going to go from here. I love this show so much. And this, the original and some of the work that they've done since then, I just want to make sure that we get it right. That's all. And so glad to hear that things are progressing with these two shows. But the biggest question is, what do you guys think about all of these developments? Let's talk about it inside the comments, guys. I'm currently working on releasing the first series of my How Power Should Have Ended manga style comic. And that'll be a video where it's going to be very exciting. And so keep an eye out for that. But until next time, guys, peace.